So preparations for next week's FA Cup game against Leeds. Just quick reminder of the last round's fixture against Wigan and the result 3-2 last minute.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
Honestly, it was incredible. Again, I think we've been pretty unlucky with the draws. I think Wigan were definitely up there with one of the hardest draws you could have got in that round. Away as well, tight grass pitch, young side, energetic side. So we always knew it was going to be a tough draw. But the good thing about this competition is no matter who you play, you're excited for it, you're buzzing for it.
Unpredictable.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah, you can't wait for it. And you play teams that you probably wouldn't play. Now Wigan we might end up playing in the regional cup or whatever, but for example Newcastle United last year, Leeds United this year. This is the only competition as it stands that we could actually face these sides. So after the Wigan game, obviously just so relieved, over the moon, buzzing. The financial side of it as well is massive for us. So
especially not having a club name behind us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously being a standalone women's only club and not having that pro badge or that pro name and the men's behind you and stuff. It's a grind, but that's what makes us special and that's what makes us more unique, and that's what makes it mean even more, to be honest. So when we got over the line in that game, it was class, and the scenes of the girls in the change room after
absolutely mint.
But that this is the competition you get these things with moments and special moments and magic moments. So the next one is obviously going to be a huge test, but
we'd rather have Leeds in the next round, first round proper, instead of having them as a qualifier.
Yeah, to be fair, I'd rather, it's a great draw. Again,
brilliant draw.
Last year, as I've said, massive name, Newcastle United. And then this year, another massive name in Leeds United. So, 5 years ago when we set it up, if you'd have told me that we were playing Newcastle United, Leeds United in an FA Cup, I'd have laughed at you. But, now it's brilliant. But, definitely would have rathered Leeds probably be in the first or second round proper if we could have got there. But as I said, though, there's no easy tie, no easy draw.
No, there's not. But with Newcastle, like you said, like last year, hold them off for 80 minutes. Professional players as well held them off for 8 minutes, and it was only really realistically down to tired legs that we lost that game.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first 10 minutes and the last 10 or 12 minutes of that game, Newcastle really punished us.
Yeah.
I thought, the occasion was unreal, really. The record crowd, the build-up that was to it. Newcastle played a huge part in that as well, in their fan base.
Made friends with their fan base.
Yeah, massively. Yeah, 100%. A lot of them came down to the Carter Cup final, didn't they? And, a lot of them bought merchandise and
got the crowd going.
Yeah, and they're still supporting us this year. Every week that they're commenting and asking how we got on and commenting on our results and stuff. And we've had a couple buy season tickets, even though they know they won't. They might not get to many. They might get to one or two.
But
because obviously they're
in the club.
Yeah, and they follow obviously the lasses home and away religiously, so it's going to be difficult for them to get to a game for us. But I think that fan base is so passionate, and I think they could see what we was about as a football club, and
they similar to them, to be fair.
Yeah, they knew we were good football people, and I think they've really bought into the fact that they want to continue to support us. And I'm just seeing over there, is that a Newcastle mug over there?
Yeah, when Rochdale played them in the FA Cup.
But I just think that it was amazing, and only this competition can give you them types of things. But as you say, we managed to compete for about 60 minutes, and then obviously their aspects of being professionals really took over in the later stages of the game. But we was proud that we didn't try and sit in and sit everyone behind the ball. We tried to play our way, we tried to have a go, and I don't think at that stage of the season, I don't think anyone had scored 2 goals against them. So.
No, I actually spoke to some of their fans, and they said that teams that have played of our level, they've absolutely battered them like double digits. So to hold them off from double digits and score 2 was credit to us.
That's it, yeah. We was obviously a bit gutted with I think they scored 3 or 4 after the night. I think it's 3 after 90 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. It's something like that. But
yeah, I know up to 80 minutes it was 5-2.
Yeah,
and then
so
obviously it finished 9-2.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
before.
And we could have had a penalty as well at 5-2.
Yeah.
You never know if you get that pen.
Change the game.
Yeah, I'm not saying we'd have gone on 1, but you've got more
We've
to
got
sort
the
of
fight
fight
to him,
for.
yeah.
So yeah, look, it was class, and hopefully this year. So we're not going to go into the Leeds game trying to stop them getting double figures. I think we're very much capable of progressing into the next round, 100%. But it's going to take it'll take a monumental performance, if I'm being honest, but we're definitely capable of doing it.
Yeah, we have got a good record. Like, if you look, when we played Hull pre-season, beat them 3-2.
Yeah.
We've held our own against Cheadle Town Stingers, who are in the same league.
Yeah.
League, sorry, as Leeds.
Yeah, I mean, Cheadle are flying, to be fair, and again, that's another club we've got a good relationship with. I'm actually heading over there today to watch Leeds, so obviously we've not got a game today, so I think it helps. With that preparation side of things, travelled down to Doncaster to watch them last Wednesday as well. So I think it's definitely helped with the preparation, being able to watch them. And I think even though Cheadle, I think, have massively improved, it will be good to actually watch them against a team that we've come up against quite a few times over the last few years. And
yeah. So going on to obviously this time last year of this round when we played Penrith. Talk about pulling at my heartstrings, leaving it last minute again. How was Penrith for you on the sidelines?
I mean, you've said it yourself there. It was, I'll be honest, it's difficult. I mean, I think this competition brings the emotion out here, and we've really not made it easy for ourselves at all in this competition. Like, you look at other results, like, obviously talk about their Penrith 5-3. We had a 6-5 against Mosley Hill as well. I think it was last year. 3-2 against Wigan a couple of weeks ago. We've it's been a proper roller coaster, and I think Penrith away so far for me was up there with the best I've felt.
Yeah.
For you now, and as a coach, to be honest, I think everything that came with that game, like getting a coach out of Penrith, picking Celeste up from a petrol station on the way. Sel's debut, she'd not met anyone, she's just stood there in a petrol station. We're pulling up in this 50-seater coach. Then you say, introducing yourself to her. She gets on the coach, sticks her earphones in, gets there, comes on, scores 2 goals, gets us through to the first round, drop her back off at the petrol station. So it was surreal. I think didn't the stand part of the stand collapsed as well.
Unfortunately, the stand collapsed and one of the Penrith supporters.
So it's just I think that added to the emotions and the drama of the day, if you like, and it was an unbelievable game of football. And just I think it went out on socials, didn't it? That when we scored that, I think it was to make it 5-3.
Yeah.
The relief came out. We was under some pressure at that stage, and the guy dropped to my knees. Bamba jumped on my back. The camera ended up in our face, and for me, Bamba punched the camera. It was just, again, it just shows the passion and the care and the love that everyone involved has for the shirt, for the club, for the badge, and everyone's, we're under no illusions of what, like I said, the financial repercussions it has for us if we succeed in the competition, but also, if the more you go, the bigger draws you can get. And like I've said, playing Newcastle United last year and Leeds United this year, it really puts our name and our badge out there, and hopefully people can see what we're about, and people come down to the game again on Sunday and fall in love with it, and hopefully we continue to build a following through it.
And going on, speaking on the difficulties that we make for ourselves, the league starts so far, it's not been the best performances by the girls and results, but they still fight, they still turn up, still do a job. How do you...
listen, we've bounced from tier 9 to tier 5 without a season in between of sort of maintaining anywhere. We've literally gone league title promotion, league title promotion, league title promotion, league title promotion. That's insane what we've done. Like, as I said to you about when we set it up 5 years ago, that was probably to get to where we are now was probably a
dream.
It was probably a 10-year plan.
Wow.
Give yourself sort of 2 years, and even that, a lot of people would say is ambitious. Give yourself 2 years at at each level, one to sustain, next one to try and win it. Even that sounds majorly ambitious, but to just go every league campaign up at the first ask. And the first time being in regional last year, winning 22 out of 22 league games it's unbelievable. I think we're the first team to ever do it.
Wow.
So this year, listen, we're playing. I mean, there's a lot of big clubs in this league. There's a lot. There's loads. Wivenshaw did. They smashed their league last year, and you've got Salford, you've got FC United come down. West Ids who have been regional for a long time.
Yeah. So
Cures and Ashton. There's so many. Fleetwood. Yeah. There's every team now in this league are a big club. Do you know what I mean? So we're probably the smallest club in the league. So and again probably with some of the least amount of history that you see there, 2019. I'm guessing a lot of, if not all, the clubs were probably established before us.
Yeah.
So it was always going to be a tough ask. Obviously we're hugely ambitious, and we always back ourselves. So listen, the aim was to try and compete for the title this year. We do have a never say die attitude, so we're not going to give up on it. I think it's now very difficult to do that, especially like I've said, you're coming up against teams like Wivenshaw and the way Darwin have started as well. It's going to be very difficult to catch them teams. So the league campaign, I think now we're going to take each game as it comes. We're going to try and improve week on week, and we're going to try and finish as high as we possibly can. And if we can still have a really good league campaign, I think we could learn a lot this year.
100%.
Going into next year, and like I said there, we could have a two-year plan at this level, and that'll also, I think, will help our off-field.
Yeah.
Our off-field is slowly building, but it's been, a really small group of people over the last 3-4 years, especially, that have been trying to build it. And I think the on-field has took off.
Yeah.
And the off-field has been, as I said, 3 or 4 people doing 25 people's jobs.
Yeah.
So that's something
we've not been in a league and smashing the leagues. It's hard to settle into a routine because obviously each league has different standards.
Off-field, it's hard to keep up with what we've done on-field, being honest. On-field has completely blew up and just rocketed. The off-field, building a football club and everything that comes with it, I don't think, I'll be honest, when I set it up, I didn't fully understand what actually came with running and building a football club. There's so much to it, and this is where obviously we need people now to come on board with a club, and unfortunately at the moment it is on a volunteer basis, but if we can really, really take this club to the heights I believe it's capable of doing, hopefully one day the club can give back to people who give up the time and energy now.
Yeah.
But if we can get the off-field now, really focus on that for the next 12 months, and then hopefully we're in a really strong position to eventually get into that National League, and then hopefully the off-field's caught up the on-field a little bit, and it'll become a little bit easier to sustain ourselves at that level then. Listen, our ambition is to be the biggest women's team in Greater Manchester. And again, people might laugh at that, but we know we're capable of doing it. And
100%.
And it's just about constantly having that ambition, and even when you do have those shortfalls, or if people, failures, if you like, they should only make us stronger, should only make us hungrier.
Yeah.
I can only speak for myself that the start of this league campaign has only added fuel to my fire. And I know the group of girls we assembled these girls to get us to National League and to then sustain us at National League. So we're not going to lose belief in this group of players just because we've had a poor start. This is football. These things happen. Things don't always go to plan. So we've got a great opportunity now over the next few weeks playing 3 different cup competitions. So bit of a break from the league, but then I think we have a bit of a run in the league then up till Christmas and start of Jan. So let's enjoy the cup rides. Hopefully we can get through all 3. And then obviously folks will then turn back to the league, and hopefully we can start showing our levels more consistently.
Yeah, no, thanks for joining us, Phil.
Thank you very much.